A substantial team indeed of Taylor and Rougeau.
Substantial nothing. That is what's going to happen to every bloody Yank we get in with. I'll tell you one thing. Billy Dundee said we'd like it here, and we're trying to figure out what he bloody meant. Now we know why Billy Dundee's been here for such a long time. Because you stinking Southern Yanks couldn't wrestle your way out of a bloody paper bag. See this flag here? This flag is going to be flying over all the rings and all the arenas. The sheepherder, champions in 37 different countries are going to squash. There's going to be no drawn given. We are going to demolish every team we get in. And if you don't think we are going to do what we say, you watch what we do now.
We'll be sitting right here to watch it. As a matter of fact, it's Jonathan Boyd ringing the bell for Paper, who has had no respite from the action. And once again, a 2 count. He breaks it at the 2 count.
Williams tags Boyd.
Get out, bring it out.
Rougeau and Taylor. Taylor coming in, bust a couple of boards over the head of Boyd and Williams. And,
Get him back out here, man! Get him back out here, so quick! Talking about Yanks, Tommy Boyd, well, here's one. Here's a ready, another one ready to fight. Where are they? They're pretty tough for that flagpole, aren't they? Where are they?
obviously...
Get back out here. They think they're so tough. They say New Zealand is so tough.
Those guys come out here. We're not leaving until they come out here. Get them out here. They want a street fight when we're ready. We got our equalizer. Let's go.
I tell you what,
fighting. Come on.
Anybody could hit somebody on the head and the back of the head and get a win like you did. But you face us face to face, and you'll see that Terry Taylor.
Come on, get him out.
I want him out.
Come on, get him out.
The street fighters not coming out here.
Why not?
Because I said they're not.
Why? Is that your face busted up, Eddie?
I can't help it right now. Is not trying to take care of it. You didn't have any business.
Busted me up,
Come on,
man.
They like to
let's
jump
go.
out when they feel like
Well, let's
it.
go. Come on.
They like to jump out. Get them
Come
out
on,
of here
let's go
for
back.
some time.
Just go there, boy.
Eddie, bring him out, man.
Okay.
After what they did, you
We'll take a break right now, and we'll be back with more wrestling action in a while. We'll get it.
Minute time limit match at a total weight of 442 pounds. From parts unknown, the Masked Marauders. Going against him at a total of 450 pounds. From Montreal, Canada, Jacques Rougeau. And from Vero Beach, Florida, Terry Taylor. This match one fall, 15-minute time limit. Jerry Calhoun is the referee.
Woogie, going to try to get her down to just one man from each side in there. I would not want to be the Masked Marauders going against Rougeau and Taylor, as hot as they are at this point about the sheepherders.
They are indeed a bit upset. Terry Taylor starting against the shorter of the Masked Marauders. Terry over to the corner, makes the tag on Jacques Rougeau. Terry fires him into the rope, sets him up. And Jacques Rougeau let him have it right in the midsection. Rougeau with a body slam on the Marauder.
Get up.
Over to the corner of the tag by Rougeau. Terry Taylor with the upper arm gets the Marauder off his feet. Terry got a twist on that arm. Foot on the side of the head. Marauder able to get a foot over the bottom rope. That's going to mean a break. Marauder complaining to the referee. Not sure why. Maybe he thought he was a little slow about calling for the break on the rope there. Terry grabs the arm again. The Marauder swings by the corner, makes the tag on his partner. Terry picked him straight up in the air and dropped him off his feet down to the mat. Jacques Rougeau in after the tag. Rougeau, very agile wrestler. Out of Montreal, Canada. He's got some moves. Rougeau working on that left arm. The Marauder on the mat. Jacques had the arm up behind the bag and was just dropping down on it. Terry Taylor takes over where Rougeau left off with the arm. He's got it hammered up behind the back. Marauder trying to look for his corner, find his partner over there, but he was a long way from the corner. Taylor and Rougeau make a tag again. Rougeau, that double knee lift as he just leaps off the mat, brings the knees up under the chin of his opponent. Taylor with the drop kick as Rougeau had fired the Marauder into the ropes. Taylor was right there. Terry Taylor has got the cover. Whoops. Okay, I think the Marauder's foot was briefly over the bottom rope. The referee called a break. Taylor slams him down. Rougeau had made the tag. He drops down. Marauder tried to roll out of the way, but Rougeau still able to plant a foot on him. Backbreaker by Rougeau. Tag on Terry Taylor. 3.5-minute mark coming up in this match. It's been all Rougeau and Taylor. Backflip off the ropes. Taylor tags Rougeau. Backs the Marauder to the ropes. Fires him across the way. Rougeau off the middle rope with a flying drop kick. Down to 1, 2, and 3. Taylor and Rougeau exhibiting some of the fine teamwork that we have seen in the past from this team. Boy, they set the Marauder up, and Jacques Rougeau up on the middle rope. He had to regain his balance as the Marauder was stumbling around, but he found the range with that drop kick standing off the rope. 3 minutes, 52 seconds, and the win for Terry Taylor, Jacques Rougeau.
Boy, he'll wind your clock with that drop kick, won't he, when he comes off?
He kicked him 3/4 of the way across the ring when he made contact with him here.
Man, oh, man. Well, you know, as we said before the bout got underway, Rougeau and Taylor are tough anytime. Fine couple of young wrestlers, but, man, they're hot today about the sheep herders, and
Marauders had to pay for it.
That's exactly right. We got action coming up. We're going to be back to it.
Right now, the New York Dolls and their manager, Jimmy Hart. As the music starts, here come the fabulous ones. Stan Lane, Steve Kern.
Find out who does the laughing when this little bout is over with. Fabulous one, Stan Lane, Steve Kern. Magnificently attired and ready to meet the WWA World Tag Champions, the New York Dolls, Quick Draw Rick McGraw, the Dream Machine, and the Southern Tag Champions, Steve Kern and Stan Lane. Jimmy Hart running around laughing, hollering. He's feeling good now, but as we said, we better wait and find out when they get in the bout here where the laughing comes. You know that statement about he who laughs, laughs, and all that sort of thing. A couple of fine bodies being unveiled right here. Stan Lane and Steve Kern peel it down. And we are approaching. Well, look at Hart in the ring. Laying down on his back, kicking his feet as Steve and Stan peel out of their attire. We're very close to the confrontation. You do a good job of it, Steve. He's making a little joke. I enjoy taking my pants off. Off come the final piece of finery. the top hats, and we're about ready for the introductions for this main event match. Dave?
It goes to the expiration of time at a total weight of 481 pounds. The New York Dolls, the Dream Machine, and Rick McGraw, their manager, Jimmy Hart. And going against them at a total of 443 pounds from Tampa, Florida, and Delray Beach, Florida, the fabulous ones, Steve Kern and Stan Lane. This match to the expiration of time. Jerry Calhoun, the referee.
Got all the spirit in the world firing because Stan and Steve are ready, and Hart has got the Dolls pumped up. The Dream and Rick McGraw standing there ready for it, and the World Tag belts come off the waist of the Dolls. It's Hart now helping Rick McGraw get out of it, ready to go. Referee Jerry Calhoun trying to keep things under control until it is officially time for him to get at it. Okay. We're about at that point. Stan Lane will be starting on the side of the fabulous ones, and the Dream Machine will be the one on this side. Bell time, and here we go, Davey.
Oh, looking forward to this one. Fabulous ones against the New York Dolls. Stan Lane, Dream Machine. Back on the rope. Stan backs away on instruction from the referee. And the Dream Machine comes off the ropes, yelling and screaming he had his hair pulled. Lane fired into the rope. Ducks under the Dream Machine.
Calhoun after referee all of my matches. Man, can't y'all go to a rent a referee or something, man? It's ridiculous. Come on, baby. Come on, dog.
Dream Machine. Reversed by Stan Lane. Stan sits down on that arm.
Watch the fingers, Calhoun. Watch the fingers.
Dream Machine now back up on his feet. Back Stan Lane to the rope. Fires him across the way. Stan steps over. Nice takedown as he puts the Dream Machine of the New York Dolls down on the mat. Rick McGraw stepped in there. He goes back. Tag made. Steve Kern steps in after the tag.
I can't believe everybody sees him doing it, but Calhoun, those guys don't even look alike, man.
Dolls make a tag. Here's Rick McGraw coming in. Kern fired into the rope. Shoulder butt coming off of there. McGraw hits the mat. Nice move by Steve. He takes him down with a leg. Kern.
Come on, boys. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on.
Kern kick back to the ropes. He grabs the leg of the New York Dolls, Rick McGraw. Lays it down on the mat, and Stan Lane drops on it. Stanley with a spring on that leg. Fires him up. Down to the mat again goes Rick McGraw. Lane. What a move he put on him. McGraw was going to throw him off the rope. Stanley hung on, and it's Rick McGraw of the New York Dolls who ends up on the mat. Back in the Fabulous Ones corner. Steve Kern. Round behind McGraw. Stanley lets him have it while he's there. Dream Machine jumps in for the Dolls. Both of them in there, but now Dream Machine heads back for the corner. In the ring, it's Steve Kern of the Fabulous Ones, Rick McGraw of the New York Dolls. McGraw makes the tag. Now they're all in there again. Over to Dolls' corner. Stan Lane being sent back to the corner, and the Dolls double teaming, and Hart with the cane nails Kern. Hart hit Kern with a cane, hit him right in the top of the forehead. And they got him cut, too. When Hart hit Kern with that cane, it split him open. Dream Machine standing over Steve Kern in the corner. 3 minutes, 45 seconds gone. Expiration of time match. Kern having that head slammed into the top turnbuckle. Stan Lane comes in, grabs the Dream Machine from behind. Rick McGraw comes in to do some work on Steve Kern. Now Dream Machine back over. Kern. Fight him back. Reed fired him into the rope. Clothesline him coming off there. Makes the tag on Rick McGraw. New York Dolls with the upper hand for the moment. It was all Fabulous ones for about the first 2.5 minutes. But then the New York Dolls with a double team and the cane of Jimmy Hart and the forehead of Steve Kern have pretty well taken control for the last minute or so. Hart holding up the chair, and Steve Kern sends Rick McGraw into that chair. And it's McGraw and Hart that get the worst of that deal.
Boy, he really whipped him in. He knocked Hart all the way back on the floor. Hart holding that chair up, and Steve reversed it and slammed his head into that chair. Hart goes flying back about 4 feet on the floor.
Kern in control. Well, he was for the moment. McGraw hit him right under the rib cage and missed. Both of them hit the mat as they run together. Both wrestlers on the mat. Stan Lane yelling to Steve, get up. Dream Machine and Jimmy Hart doing the same to McGraw. McGraw gets the tag. Dream Machine comes in. Kern unloads on him. Here's Stan Lane coming in. Knocks McGraw back out over to the corners. Steve Kern's still in there, too.
McGraw bleeding pretty good himself, where Kern slammed him into that chair down on the floor. The Dream and Stan Lane.
Whoa! Whoa! Lane. Pick up behind the head. Picks up the Dream Machine. Jimmy Hart trying to call him out of here. He was waving to the Dream Machine. Come on. He's well back in the corner. Lane and the Dream Machine rolling around here on the floor. Referee stops the match. A stop match. He counted them both out. Both teams out of the ring fighting on the floor, and the referee has stopped the match. It is not a disqualification now. Or I guess technically it could be a disqualification on both teams, but officially it goes in the book, stop match. No decision. Oh, wow. As Kern with hard chair unloads first on the Dream Machine and then McGraw. Woo! Hart and Dream Machine have left. Eddie Marlin, promoter Eddie Marlin, gets in between Kern and Lane and McGraw to get McGraw out of here.
Oh, man. I tell you, I wouldn't want to get in between Steve Kern when he's mad, and he was hot. He was slamming folks with that chair. Stan Lane rattled the Dream, put a drag on him across the floor, beat him out there, picked him up, slammed him down again. Meanwhile, Kern is over there banging away on it. And that's the first fall.
That's only the first fall. That's right. 6:26.
What a beauty. We're going to take time out and get back to that action in just one moment, my friend.
These guys are talking about how tough they are and how soft the Americans are, but pretty tough to take a lead pipe and smack somebody in the face in when they're not looking. Well, Jacques and I had a plan to get even to show them that we can fight too, that Americans are not soft like they say. We took those boards and smacked them in the face and slowed them down a little bit because they were running out of the building. Well, I'll tell you, I promise right now, these guys aren't going to run away from us in Nashville. It's my home now, and I'll tell you, I love the people there, and I love the city. I love the United States, and it's up to here now, these guys talking and running it down, and Jacques and I are going to stop them from running down the United States and Nashville.
Well, it's not many hours away, Jacques.
Well, you know, it's just a few hours away, as a matter of fact, and I think Terry covered it pretty off. The whole main thing right here is, listen to me, boys. It's Dixie. You come out here and you say New Zealand is the greatest. You've been champion in 37 states before. It's true. but you haven't been champion here, boys. And if you want to break some arms like you usually do, stick a pole up somebody's back. My arm is here, boys. Come and get us. We're ready.
That'll be tonight, right out there at the fairgrounds. Don't miss it.
The referee in the ring, and Rick McGraw and Dream Machine. The New York Dolls back out here. McGraw bleeding from a cut on his head. Here comes Stan Lane and Steve Kern. Kern bleeding
we're
too.
off and running already, Dave.
Second fall action. Expiration of time match. Time is a factor. Beginning to run a bit short here. Whoa! Dream Machine fired into the turnbuckles by Stan Lane. Lane backed into the turnbuckles now on the other corner by the Dream Machine. Fabulous Ones and the New York Dolls. First fall ended in not disqualification. It was stopped. Stopped by the referee. No winner. All right, it's Kern and McGraw. Dream Machine, Stan Lane battling each other. McGraw's head into the turnbuckle. Referee trying to get only one for either team in there. New York Dolls, both of them jumping Stan Lane. Steve Kern moves Rick McGraw back. Kern is back out on the apron. Dream Machine back out on the apron. It's Stan Lane against the Dream Machine. Did I say Dream Machine on the apron? That's Rick McGraw out on the apron. Dream Machine, Stan Lane in the ring. Dream over to the corner by Stan Lane, who makes the tag on Steve Kern while he's there. Kern let him have it with a right hand. Suplex by Steve Kern. McGraw jumps in there after Steve Kern. Lane in there, all four of them. Right there in the middle of the ring. Kern, Dream Machine, slugging each other while Stan Lane works on Rick McGraw. Stan Lane back out at his corner. Whoops, no, he isn't. Well, he was, but not for long. Kern. Dream Machine over in the Fabulous Ones corner. Kern reaching for the tag. And he made it on Stan Lane. Stan Lane round behind the Dream Machine. Steve Kern in to help out a little bit. Rick McGraw jumps in there as Kern heads after Jimmy Hart down on the floor. Kern comes back in. D to McGraw. Boy, there have been four of them in there, more than two. Most of this second fall. As our time is winding down on the floor, they got Steve Kern, Rick McGraw, also Dream Machine, Stan Lane. All of them down here on the floor, and referee in the middle of trying to break it up. Look out, Hart coming in with a cane. Cross the back of Steve Kern. And again, disqualification on Hart that time. That means the Fabulous Ones are going to have a win in that one. So the second fall goes to the team of Steve Kern, Stan Lane, the Fabulous Ones, by disqualification on Jimmy Hart and the cane.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I don't know whether they feel much like winners or not in there. It was a rugged battle from both sides. That's one of those things where everybody's going to come out of it, and they are just banged around. The referee just absolute flat stopped it again. And the disqualification, everything, he hadn't stopped it up to the point Hart ran in with that cane and jabbed in there. Okay, we're going to check our time. We'll be back in just a moment. Stopped it. Jimmy Hart came complaining during the break in there that they are not coming back out here with a mistreatment because the referee had disqualified him for the action, and he was just trying to restore order according to Hart. They're not coming back out. So you want to know the truth? That kind of messes up our expiration of time match, and we don't have any participants for that final fall. That is good in one respect, because a little earlier the superstar Bill Dundee was talking to me, as a matter of fact, about a week ago, and said, hey, when you got some time, I got something I want to say about one of the guys, and we talked about it. And so, Billy, come on in here, and Bobby Fulton. Bobby, glad to have you in here. Bill, what you had said that you wanted to make some comments about Bobby Fulton, and I was particularly impressed because this is a tough business, and there's a lot of competition. And when a guy takes the time, as Bill explained it to me, to say what he's going to say, I think that's great, too. So, Bill, fire away.
Well, we thank you for the kind words, Lance. It's just like, I guess, any kind of professional sport, whether you be a boxer or a wrestler or a football player. If somebody doesn't tell you your mistakes, you never really learn them. You never know what you're doing. But the thing that you lack most is confidence in you. You know, sometimes when I started, I used to walk the ring, and I'd look up there and there'd be a guy was 9 feet tall, and I think, Bill Dundee, you'll never beat him. Don't even climb in the ring, Bill Dundee. But see, and that was me putting me down, and I'd climb in there and get whipped, and then I'd just go back to the dressing room. And somebody said, Bill, you have got to go to that ring saying you can win, you can do it, brother, you can do it. So I started thinking that way, and well, it worked for me. So I watched Bobby, and I worked out with him. Him and I was pretty good friends. We drive up and down the road together. And I talked to him and asked him what he thought about a match, and it was the same thing. I was, sometimes Bill, I look in there and see that big bald-headed angel, and I think, I'll never whip him. He's been around for 20 years. I said, Bobby, that's the same thing I had. You've got to go to the ring with a positive attitude. You've got to go to the ring thinking, I can beat him. I can beat anybody that's in that ring. I can beat Jerry Lawler. I can beat Bill Dundee if I had to. And that's the kind of thing. So I've been trying to tell him that. And I think the guy, he said, well, Bill, I'll give it the best shot. If you think I can win, I'll be a winner.
All right, Golly. Bobby, I just want to welcome you again. Thank you. We don't get a chance to talk to you much out here. You are picking up aggression in there, and we just wish you all the luck with it.
Well, just like Bill said, I think it was a lack of confidence that was holding me back, but now Bill has restored me, and gave me that confidence, and I'm just going out there to that ring and try to win all the time.
You're trying all the time, and partner, with a kind of help from that, good luck to you in there. Bobby Fulton. Billy, thank you. I appreciate it because, as I said, it's a tough business, and this may be the next guy challenging Bill Dundee for a title. Okay. Bill Dundee. Davey, how about a recap on today's action?
All right, all kinds